So, very good afternoon to all the participants. Let me start the presentation first. And after the presentation, we will have the demonstration with the specific examples of solar cell and LED devices. So, thank you for joining all the participants. Let me start the presentation. So, my name is Anil Sharma from Impulse Technology Delhi as a managing director. Today, we will discuss about a presentation demonstration on OLED, different kind of OLED and solar cell devices, and how easily we can build such devices, and how we can validate the research, and how we can compare the results with the experimentals and different physical models. So we will discuss about the modules, some different models, some how to design the structures and calculations of electrical and optical analysis of LED and solar cell devices. So this Impulse Technology is based in Delhi, Gurgaon. We are having multiple partners company from USA, Canada, Japan, Germany. So this is a Fluxim. Fluxim is basically a Switzerland-based company. It provides the software for solar cell and LED simulations, along with electrical equipment as well. So Fluxim is a Switzerland-based company, provides the solar cell and LED simulation software. For different kind of solar cell can be simulated: perovskite, tandem, organic hybrid, and thin film. So Fluxim is device simulation softwares. Along with device simulation, we have other multiple partners for material simulations, nanomaterial simulations, crystal structure calculations using density functional theory on Google and Amazon cloud servers. So this is next our partner Exabyte IO, that is basically material discovery software on cloud platform Google and Amazon cloud server. You can calculate the materials properties. Along with that, there is one more software called Nano Academic Technology, which is basically similar to the Virtual Nano Lab Quantum ATK or atomic scale modeling simulations, where you can simulate the graphene, carbon nanotubes, magnetic tunnel junctions, or nanomaterial along with nano device simulations using density functional theory at atomic scales using nano academic softwares. And for compound 3-5 semiconductor device simulation, we have this Crosslight software from Canada, where you can simulate the microelectronics and optoelectronics devices. These all are our partners. So let we have scheduled the presentation on Fluxim set first. So today we will discuss about that only. So Fluxim is a Switzerland-based company. It provides the software as well as hardware. It provides the simulation software as well as hardware for OLED and solar cell to industries and academia worldwide. It is the outcome of Zurich University of Applied Science, founded in 2006 by Dr. B. Rustler. So as you know, the software play a major important role in the research, because whenever you do the experimental, you may not maybe get expected result in single click. Sometimes the results may be wasted, and even many of the institutes do not have high equipment facility. Some big instrument is not there. That's why you will get here the virtual simulations, where you can predict the properties by theory modeling simulations, and you can get the expected results. Then you can do the fabrication synthesis to close your results near to the experimental. That's why the virtual simulation software play a very major important role in research and development. You can do the theory modeling simulations and get the results near to the experimental. You can predict it, and you can save your time, money as well as materials, because the whenever you will work on the equipment, you may not get the equipment are very costlier, that are very expensive, may not be affordable, but as a simulation software are very affordable, and it can save your time. You can do the different iterations, you can optimize your structure, optimize your solar cell and LED until you do not get satisfactory results. Then you can go for the fabrications and you can compare the results. And also you can publish the paper quickly using the softwares alone as well. So it is not compulsory that experimental technique is very compulsory to publish the paper. Simulation software can also publish the paper quickly. That's why the software play a major important role. Now we will discuss about a SETFOS software. SETFOS stands for Semiconducting Thin Film Optics Simulation Software. It is specifically designed for organic, perovskite, tandem, hybrid, thin film based devices for LEDs and solar cell. It is very powerful and CPU efficient one-dimensional simulation software tailored for the development of novel optoelectronics thin film based design. You can model the solar cell, you can design, you can optimize the various parameters, whatever the required solar cell parameters are there, thickness, voltage, temperature, current, wavelength, any parameter if you want to optimize to get the highest efficiency, then you can easily optimize by single click and you can get the expected results. So this set for
Can
software.
can we optimize photo detectors?
Hello, can you hear me properly?
Yeah. I'm saying, can we optimize the photo detectors also?
Yes, organic photo detector is also possible. You can optimize that. So here it is dedicatedly designed for photovoltaic devices, LED devices, batteries, and including the photo detectors as well. And you can calculate the electrical and optical properties based on organic material, perovskite materials, and quantum dot applications. Now the major application of this software is organic, inorganic solar cell, perovskite tandem solar cell, heterojunction thin film solar cell, dye-sensitized solar cell, organic photo detectors, quantum dot solar cells, organic LEDs, perovskite LEDs, and with TADF and high fluorescence LED devices as well. So it is a 15-16 years of development for solar industries and LED industries that is dedicatedly designed for that. Once you will see the upcoming future, then you will definitely see the advantage of this software and how it can save your time and give your expected results. Whenever you will use any software, the major thing is that it should be easy to model the device. If there is some scripting that writing the codes, then it is very difficult since you may have busy in many of the tasks. You already have many of the works is there. But here you will get the very good user interface, attractive user interface, so that you can easily do the modelings by giving the input parameters of the solar cells. Suppose you would like to define the thickness of particular materials, then simply put the thickness, how much thickness you would like to give. So that's why it is a user interface where you can visualize, click there and define the input parameters. So you can give the thickness parameters, refractive index parameters, semiconducting materials parameters, optical materials parameters, swapping optimizations of various parameters, layer structure visualizations, and output visualizations. So you have no need to learn any scripting or any coding is not compulsory. It is optional. Only here you can define the 1 minute. Now here there is user interface is there. So where this user interface will show you the device structure, your access the device structure, material parameters, input file, working simulation input file, working simulation output files, and you can sweep the functions. Suppose you would like to vary the tune the parameters, tuning in the sense wavelength tuning, voltage tuning, temperature tuning, current tuning, or any electrical optical parameters. If you want to tune, then you can tune it and you can get the optimizations to achieve the highest efficiency of your device. You can easily access the library of the materials and simulations example library from the database. Database contains the material library and example library. Results and HTML reports like presentation will automatically be prepared and it can be exported for the standard format. So here the result will be exported. You can export your data in standard file format. So that's why the results can be exported to a different number of PNG, JPG, PDF or DAT, Excel form. Your data will be exported so that in future if you would like to import in any third-party software, then you can also import it. It also supports the Python language. So if you would like to make an interface, you are already a beginner or expert in Python, then it is also possible that you can write the script. but it is not compulsory. Everything will be from the user interface. Now, whenever you will design any devices, solar cell or LED, whatever, you require to set the optical and electrical parameters. Optical parameters in the sense refractive index of the layers, where you can set the constant real and imaginary part of the refractive index. You can define that refractive index value, either it is a constant or it is a Weierstringent, where ordinary, extraordinary component of real and imaginary data. Along with that, you can also define the optical dispersive constant. Dispersive optical constant, suppose the material is dependent on the wavelength. Then you can also set the wavelength dependent material parameters. So refractive index and semiconducting materials parameters like energy levels, HOMO-LUMO levels, density of states, dielectric constant, you can dope particular layers with particular concentrations. Either you can do the acceptor type doping, donor type doping. So charges you can define excitones, traps, mobile ions, anions and cations, trap density analysis, SRH recombinations, all parameter whatever required for semiconducting layers that can also be set. And you can also set the electrode in the sense top contact and bottom contact, where you can define the ohmic type or it is a thermionic type work electrode is there, and accordingly you can adjust and tune the work functions of your contact. And if you want to define the electron density, hole density, that you can also put. Now optical material library. Software contains the library of the materials. Suppose you do not have the library or input data for your solar cell. Then we have many inbuilt examples, many tutorials, many videos are there, and many optical refractive index data is available in the database. So as you can see in the screen, there are many materials are there, mostly all inorganic and organic materials. Refractive index, NK data is already available in the database. So instead of worrying about the materials database, you can get either from our software database, or you can find from some literatures, some reference papers. So property of each material can be revised or it can be edited, and new materials whatever you would like to edit, that major property can be included in the materials files. So you can add this new materials files inside the database. So optical refractive index data that you can see in different material, that is already available, and you can directly import during the modeling of solar cell and LED devices. Along with that optical refractive index data, it is also important for the electrical layers, that is semiconducting layers, and that semiconducting layers is also have some property, and this semiconducting materials is also present in our library. So all organic materials and some inorganic materials is there. So either tandem, MD data, NPD, P3HT, PCBM, Spiro, Omidot, or any other electron transport, hole transport layers, all are present. I will show you up during the demonstration that what property are defined in the semiconducting layers. And then you can also define the sun spectrum. There is a spectrum is also present in the library. Air mass 0, air mass 1.5, global spectrum, direct spectrums. So that general spectrum that is taken from the NREL reference website. So from NREL that sun spectrum is taken, that we can specify for the solar cell devices. If you want to define the photoluminance for LED devices, then it is also there. LED devices, some super yellow, IRPP by green or blue kind of photoluminance, NEF data, organic material, phosphor red materials, photoluminance is also there. And along with the analytical dispersions and effective medium approximation model is also there. So that surface roughness parameter, interface parameter, that you can also put. Now this SetPOS software comes with module. There are 4 modules in this software. Dependent on the requirement, your requirement, you can select the module. So which module is required for your applications, that you can select, and we can give you the offer accordingly. It is a commercial software that is need to be purchased basically. So this set for software comes with 4 modules. First one is called absorption. Absorption is basically for optical property calculations and defining the sun spectrum. Sun spectrum in the sense under the light conditions how your device will operate. In that case, this absorption module is required under light conditions for optical property calculations. And for electrical property calculation, this drift diffusion module is very important, where electronic ion charges, excitones, electronic charge profiles, traps, DC-AC, trap-assisted recombinations, transient simulations, hopping between the different devices, polar layer interface modelings. For all electrical property calculations, this drift diffusion model is very important. And absorption module for optical property. For advanced research on the solar cell and LED devices, where if you would like to include the texturing, ray tracing, scatterings, quantum dot, nanoparticle effect, wire fringes, then these advanced optics models are required for advanced research analysis. But minimum 2 modules is recommended 2 modules are there for solar cell devices. Similarly, for LED devices, these are 2 modules, drift diffusion and emission module are required for LED device simulations. So emission module is for electroluminance, photoluminance, radiance, CI, color diagram analysis. This emission module is very important. So these are different modules for LED and solar cell devices. You can select the module based on your requirements. Now let me discuss to each module one by one. First we will discuss the important module that is called drift diffusion. This module will basically calculate the electrical properties. Suppose you would like to calculate the ISC, VOC, fill factor, quantum efficiency, power conversion efficiency, power density, charge concentrations, recombinations, quantum efficiency, and including the steady states, DC, AC, transient simulations, intensity modulated photospectroscopy analysis, state-of-art mobility models are there. So some organic mobility models, Poulet Frankel, constant, field dependent, time dependent, temperature dependent, extended Gaussian correlated mobility models, charge dependent, density dependent mobility models, conductive doping models, voltage biasing, boundary conditions, thermionic boundary conditions, ohmic boundary conditions models, injections, ionic injections property, charge trapping mechanism models are there, excitone recombination, generation, quenching, roll-up diffusion models, ionic contribution, anion and cations models. Along with that, electrical circuit models are there. So with this device, if you would like to attach the electrical circuits, you want to define the area of the device, electrical series resistance, parallel resistance, capacitance, lateral resistance, then that kind of electrical circuits you can attach with your device. So you can define this all electrical modules in this drift diffusion parameters. Like this is a layer structure, device structure, and this is electrical circuit that can be combined, joined, and you can plot the output. Now there are various other physical model is also there in this set for software, that is doping module that can improve the conductivity, traps models are there that can improve the charge transport, deep traps models are there for the SRH recombination, polarity of charge transport, layer models are there to improve the charge injection, different effect between the comparison between the simulation and experimental characteristics models are there, ionic models are there, electrical properties models are there, mobile anion and cations models are there. This anion and cations will not be available in any other free softwares. So that's why this is very big advantage. Along with electronic and ion charges, hysteresis is also very important in the perovskite devices. That's why this is also included in the software. Nyquist plot and different pre-biasing condition, different ramp rate conditions, transient conditions, and transient temperature conditions. So we have fully steady states and transient simulations. Transient simulation using Runge-Kutta, implicit, Euler, mode point, adaptive Runge-Kutta, or various transient parameters you can also define along with the lighting conditions. So suppose you want to define the transient voltage, transient temperature, time of set, pulse width, initial voltage, and you would like to swap the parameters. Then these are some key graphs where by different variations of different parameters. Suppose you would like to tune the thickness or some voltage, temperature, current, different parameters you can tune and you can maximize the efficiency of your device. So that's why these are some different variations with respect to the thickness of active layers. So perovskite active layers and many other parameters you can tune and you can expect the results. I will show in the demonstration that how easily and how single click you can vary the multiple parameters and achieve the highest efficiency. This software also contains the charge generation recombinations model of OLED and solar cell devices, interconnection between the subcell model, electrical modeling of solar cell including the recombination junctions, organic hybrid multi-junction tandem perovskite silicon solar cell, hopping between the different states at the interface, injection layer modeling, charge generation layer modeling, HUMO-LUMO and charge coupling models are there to generate the electron hole pairs. So charge coupling, excitone coupling, interface charge coupling for the heterostructure devices. So different electron hole pair generation models are there along with effective medium approximation. These are very unique models that is present inside this commercial software. So linear, Bregman, Maxwell, Garnett, where you can define the porosity of different mediums for the NK data, real and imaginary data with analytical dispersion, Cauchy, Shermiel, Lorentz, Tau Lorentz, Jude models. These are the some trashing models. So you can also define along with the drift diffusions. Now these are some multiple layers are there where you can set the whole transport, electron transport, emissive layer, cathode and anode layers. There is no such layer limitations. You can define n number of layers and you can simulate that. So here there is no such restrictions of number of layers, as you know, maybe know that some software may have limitation of 6 layer or 7 layer only you can define, not beyond that. But here there is no limitation, n number of layers you can define and you can design. And accordingly you can plot the energy reference Fermi level with respect to the HUMO-LUMO levels. Now this is all about drift diffusion model. Now next we will discuss about absorption module. This is basically for optical property calculations. This absorption module will use the transfer matrix for fast calculations for solar cell analysis, where you can maximize the light absorption, optimize the layer thickness, adjust and match the short circuit current. So under lighting conditions, if you want to optimize your device output, then definitely under light conditions you can do it and you can compute the absorption for each specific layers and total device absorptions for all the device and for active device absorption if you would like to plot. Suppose for your solar cell devices, if you have no idea that which layer should be used for your solar cell, then you can find the optical properties. You can see which layer is getting more absorption for your device. Accordingly, that layer, either it is a perovskite or any other semiconducting materials, you can find its optical property, then you can use that material for your device solar cell. You can compute the reflectance, transmittance, absorption spectra, angular dependence, polarizations, light spectrum conditions, air mass 0, air mass 1.5, global spectrum, direct spectrum, external illuminations spectrum. Suppose for your particular institute, if at the realistic conditions, we have some smart model is also there. In that smart model, under realistic conditions, suppose for your institute and particular date and time, how much the light will get absorbed by the solar cell, that you can also study. So in the upcoming slides, you will also see some feature where you will see the how realistic conditions spectrum. Suppose in your IIT Madras or any locations at particular time from 10th September to 15th September, and from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. you would like to check how much the light will get absorbed by your solar cells. Then that particular latitude, longitudes, and some locations you can, geographic locations you can set, and that certain spectrum can also be used under that realistic conditions. You can use the mixed, coherent, incoherent layer stacking, calculation of maximum power point coupled with optical and electrical drift diffusions. So optical analysis can be plotted simultaneously with the electrical analysis. So optical and electrical properties you can plot in single click. Suppose you in one go you would like to plot the optical property of your device initially, and later on you want to also plot the electrical property. Then it is also possible where simultaneously you can plot that and you can analysis the both the property at a time. These are some key graph which is plotted under illuminations conditions, that under experimental conditions and simulations one. So software play a major important role since it is based on theory, modeling, simulations. So you can get expected 95, 96, 98% accuracy can be predicted as compared to the experimental. This is paper reference published by IIT BHU and Perovskite solar cell, and they have found the results will be approximately 95 or 96% using this set force. Now let me discuss about emission module for LED analysis. Suppose if somebody is working on LED devices, organic LED, perovskite LED or tandem based LED, then this emission module is for emission property calculations. You can set the multiple emitter layers in any desired layer, extraction of emission zones, source spectrum, analysis of emitted radiative powers, top and bottom emission property analysis, dipole emission models, user defined emission models, coherent substrate interface roughness parameter, dipole orientation, quantitative physical units, emission color characteristics, input of the applied current density, passive optic characteristics, reflectance, transmittance, absorption spectra, angular dependence, figure of merit, polarizations, optics, coherent, thin film, radiance, luminance, efficiency, luminance, current efficiency, dipole, emission analysis. All these things you can plot in the LED emission analysis. So these are some key graphs if you want to plot the radiance, CI color diagram, luminance, or whatever the under white conditions as different polarization conditions. So either it is a normal polarized, S polarized, P polarized, unpolarized. All conditions you can calculate the emission property along with that optical and other electrical. Now next module is come with the advanced optics module. This advanced optics is basically a ray tracing module or scattering module, where suppose your device is having non-flat layer of micro size or nano size features that can scatter the light outside the specular direction in both the reflection and transmissions. That's why the interface scattering can be external, either it is a air interface or internal in the layer stacking or at the air interface. Import the textured 3D surface data from AFM, BSDF, experimental data, micro lenses, texturing by the ray tracings, simulation using the geometrics, ray physical wave optics, scattering by the particle, Gaussian, monodispersion, polydispersions, radius refractive index, scattering by the Lambert-Eaton, Gaussian, Fourier, 3D ray tracing. And in this scattering modules, you can define the RMS setting, root mean square setting, roughness parameter, interface parameters, define to calculate the haze, top and bottom diffusion length parameters. Like you can see in the screen, you can define this scattering, number of particles, number of nanoparticle effects, and this is 3D texture data that is included in between glass index layer and high index layer, glass layer and high index layer. And if you want to define the MI, quantum dot, phosphorant dye, radius, concentration, refractive index, quantum yield, absorption spectrums, emission spectrums, all these things you can simply put in the user interface instead of writing any script. So script writing is not compulsory here. Everything will be from user interface. Software contains many of the examples, so beginner will not have to worry about the how the software can be learned. It is very quickly, easily to learn it, and you can adopt this software within a week. It will not take much time to learn it because very good tutorials, very good manuals, and even YouTube channel is there where YouTube videos are there that you can watch and you can understand how this software can beneficial for your research. So these are, as you can see on the screen, there are many examples for solar cells, LEDs, tandem, full perovskite, steady state, transient, variation of thickness, impedance analysis, radiance, photocurrent analysis, and many more output is also there beyond that. So under reverse conditions, saturation conditions, TADF, high fluorescent, perovskite devices, perovskite LED, trapping, transient, all these examples are there. So you can open the example, learn that, and start working on improvement on the solar cell modeling and simulations. Apart from the example, we have very good tutorial manuals, and you can predict many of the properties. Suppose you want to predict the Venn diagram, electron density, charge density, electrical field, mobilities, optical generations, hole density, recombination, potential, absorptions, and built-in voltage, current balance, current power conversion efficiency, power density analysis, and spectral analysis, absorptance, reflectance, layer specific absorptance, transmittance, conductance, photocurrent, external quantum efficiency, stack contributions, acceptance, that electrical impedance analysis as well, AC analysis, well, capacitance, impedance, conductance, acceptance, Nyquist plot, current efficiency, luminance, and electrical profile like density in AC analysis, DC, and transient. Everything is possible. Once you will use the software, then you will understand how the software can be very beneficial and it can save your time, money, as well as material using the virtual simulations. Now, this SatFOS Fluxim software have many advantages. Let me show few of the example I would like to show. But apart from that, you will get many more advantages. The major advantage is that sophisticated user interface where the beginners can learn this software quickly and easily. Your presentations results will automatically be generated. Even though you have also not need to prepare the presentation, it will be automatically exported in the HTML reports, and your data will be exported in DAT format, Excel format, PNG, JPG, PDF, all standard format the data can be exported. It supports the mobile ionic charge models, analysis, anion and cations with hysteresis effect, Windows and Linux native, Windows and platform support, Linux platform support, perfect parallel computing, great convergence for organic materials, scattering by the roughness, interface parameters, DC-AC transient, and impedance analysis. It supports unlimited semiconducting layer modeling for LED and solar cell devices. Total absorption and each absorptions, layer specific absorptions can be plotted. New features update regularly. You can get the support, local supports, support from the main developer can be provided, and it can also simulate the quantum dot solar cell with nanoparticle effects, multiple parameters swapping optimizations. So if you want to swap the electrical parameter, optical parameters, electrode parameters, work functions, wavelength, voltage, current, temperatures, ions, electron mobility, hole mobility, doping, each parameter you can tune and define the range. Software will do the calculations automatically on all steps of the range. It also supports the emission module for OLED simulations to calculate the emission properties, EIE color diagram, gradients, electroluminance, photoluminance, and mobility models are there. TREFS models, excitone model, temperature, and many more models are there. Once you will see the manual and tutorial, then you will understand how the software can save your time as well as money. In July 2021, new feature is launched where 3D master equations are there, 3D models are there, computation of location and time dependent sun spectrum, that we can call as a smart model. So under realistic conditions, at particular your location, how much the solar cell will get absorb the light. That kind of models is there, where you need to define the latitude, longitude, angle, azimuth, and that things you can define, and geographic locations, and you can find the realistic conditions, absorption or quantum efficiency. Sweeping over the time and energy yield calculations, parallel parameter swapping, Shockley quotient limits are there, models are there for solar cell. SRH recombination model for the layer interface are there, excitone quenching model for different excitone types, more flexibility between the absorption, diffusion, mode analysis, luminance spectrum from NK dispersion by the detailed valence, new stack diagram for gain and loss channels, multi-threading improved, graphical user interface are very easy and attractive for plotting, swapping and optimizations. Along with that, so many bug fixes is there, and many of the other things are included that is not shown on the screen. Now this is all about presentations. So this software support Windows 7, 8, 10, Ubuntu, Linux, and Intel i5 and 7 are recommended operating system with 8 GB of RAM and 500 GB of hard disk. With multiple parallel processing can be done. 1 month evaluation license can be provided to the professors only, but only if somebody is interested to procure this software. Then before procurement you can get the evaluation license so that you can test how the software can beneficial, and then you need to go for the purchase. So if you are really interested, then only we can provide you the 1 month evaluation license for the interested users, where you have any possibility to get the funds. There is scientific videos, publication links are there. So these are some videos are there. You can visit fluxim.com, where in 2021 many of the recent publications are there using the software. So you can visit fluxim.com, where find many scientific videos, publications, links in reputed journals are there. And for the learning of the software, we have very good English tutorial, English manuals are there, where all models are implemented, all physical numerical models are there. So step by step tutorials are there, that how you can design the LED and solar cell devices. With many of the examples are already inbuilt. So how to learn or understand the script or user interface, or how to plot the output and export your output. And to solve your problem quickly, easily, happily, you can contact us for online support. We always available online. So for in this case, if you have any doubt related technicals, commercial, financial, whatever the doubts are there, you can also contact us. I will give my contact information. You can drop an email to me. I will clarify all your doubts. We have another software for two-dimensional simulations. The previous software, that is called SatFOS, that was basically for one-dimensional solar cell and LED simulations, including photodetectors. Now there is even more software from same Fluxim company. The name is called LAOS. That is basically for large area organic semiconductor device simulations. So it is for designing optimizations of large area semiconductor devices. It is two-dimensional plus one-dimensional FEM based simulations, where if you would like to simulate the large area based devices to calculate the electrical, optical and thermal analysis, including the thermal as well, and it will consider the losses, either ohmic losses, shunt losses, electrical losses, heat generation losses. That losses can be overcome by using this LAOS softwares. So this also contains some module, electrical module, optical module, thermal modules. So dependent on your requirement, you can pick up the modules. I can send you these presentations also after this webinar. So if you are interested to get this presentation, manual, tutorial, videos, then you can drop an email, we can share with you. We have other software for nanotechnology simulation, nanomaterial, nano device simulation, using first principle density functional theory calculations. So NEGF plus DFT quantum transport calculation, there is software called NanoDecal. which is written in Python for atomic scale modeling simulations, where you can simulate the atomic structures and you can design the device, semiconductor device, nanoelectronics device, and you can study the various spintronics, collinear, non-collinear, spin orbit, one probe, multi probes, molecule, crystals, stress, force, all these things atomic scale, that is from different company called Nano Academics Technology. So these all are our software partners. If you have any queries, I request to the participant, you can note down my email ID and mobile number which is showing on the screen. So you can drop your queries on my email ID. I will reply you within 24 hours. So kindly do not hesitate and you can ask your queries and we can keep in touch and work together. So this is all about presentations. Thank you for listening the presentation about the software. Now I will go for the demonstration where I will try to create one solar cell devices and show you how you can define the various input parameters and how we can calculate the electrical and optical properties. So thank you very much for listening the presentation. Now let me go for the demonstration. Now let me open the software. So this is SATFOS 5.2 is the latest version. So I will click run as an administrator to give full privileges. So SATFOS stands for Semiconducting Thin Film Optics Simulation Software. Now this is a user interface. Whatever the new features are included in the SATFOS that you can see on the top of the screen. So in this recent version, 3D master equation model for exciton generations for steady states and transient conditions, that is combined with drifted fusions, and novel 3D master equation model for excitons to study the non-local exciton energy transfer, Foster-Dexter energy transfer across layer interface, exciton in material blends, host and guest system correlated uncorrelated energy disordered systems. Along with that, position and time dependent geographic location based spectrum, that is recent features. Sweep over the time to compute the total energy yield calculation. Energy yield calculation, location specific spectrum, accumulated energy for your solar cell, SRX recombination models, this is new features for different interface recombinations. Emission spectrum can also be calculated from NK dispersion data. Suppose you do not have the emission spectrum, so it can be calculated from the NK dispersion data automatically. Parallel parameter swapping, so you can see here the Venn diagram is changing by thickness variation of one green layers. So once this active layer we are increasing the thickness, how the band gap is changing. Similarly, many more features are there and it is made very easy to use for the user so that you can learn. Now these are what's new feature window. Now let's me show to you the main screen window. This is main window of the software where help manual is there. If somebody would like to know how to get the help and what models, what physical parameters, what quantities, and how to start working, how get started in the software, all the things are given in the manual and tutorial page. So manual will give you the deep physics understanding behind the softwares and tutorial will give you the idea that how to perform the device, how to make the solar cell and LED devices. So let me click on the manual and tutorial page. So this is a manual and second one is called a tutorials. So I opened both of them. Now if you will go to the drop down, you can find the physical equations that is implemented in the software. Like this is some equations and each equations have some reference paper. So once you will go the bibliography, you can find the reference equation from which reference this equation is taken. So that's why it can be considered, and all things are given in the tutorial page. So tutorial will give you the physical model, physical quantities that is implemented to designing the solar cells. So each equations have some models, some reference papers. So once you will go the particular bibliography in the drop down menu, then you can find these are some reference paper that is taken some data for designing these tutorials. And similarly, this tutorial is there where how to make your first OLED devices, how to make your first solar cell, and then how you can add the different modules that is given in the tutorial. So I can share this tutorial manuals. If you are interested, kindly request on my email ID. Now this is a user interface. On the right of the screen, you can visualize the layer structures. On the bottom of that, you can find the energy levels. Energy levels in between the top electrode and bottom electrodes. And this is a layer structure. So whatever the layer structure is there, that you can see. Suppose you would like to draw the new device, so you can click on this new, and here I would like to design the new solar cell. So let me design the new solar cell here. By default, this new 3 stacks, 3 layers is added. That is called a surrounding layers, unnamed layers, and glass layers. So we can rename these layers. We will, once the software is officially purchased, then we will also provide you the training. Now here I will rename this all the layers and define the name as per my requirement. Now glass layer is there, and then ITO layer is there. Now I would like to add more number of layers. So I will simply click on this add button. This add button will add the more number of layers. One more layer is added. Similarly, I would like to add one more layer again and again. Suppose my device structure is having total 7 layers. So 3 layers I already defined its name. Next one is called hole transport layer, that we can use suppose as a molecule. This is the electrode type hole transport layer. And then suppose you want to define the perovskite, and next I could take a C60 layers, and then I can take the silver layers. So our top and bottom will be incoherent layers that we can call as a non-absorbing layers. And then we will define the electrode and then semiconducting. So these are all names that I have specified. Now I would like to define the refractive index. Now this is a refractive index NK data. So suppose N and K. Now this is NK data. So for glass air layer, I want to define it's a non-absorbing. Non-absorbing where N equal to 1 and K equal to 0. And similarly for glass also, I would like to define this value 1.5. So this is a preview section of real and imaginary data with respect to wavelength. So here the wavelength is not included. So that's why only real value of N is showing here. So 1.5 it is showing here, and now next one is called ITO layer. So I can define the ITO layer refractive index data. I will simply click on the file options. So if the value is constant, then simply you can select the constant and define its value. If it is dependent on wavelength, you can simply define the new refractive index data by simply click on the new and define the NK data. Now you can add the layers, define the wavelength. Suppose you want to define the wavelength here from 398 or whatever the value of refractive index, simply you can put in this respective columns. And then again you can add the next wavelength range. And as much as the number of wavelengths, number of refractive index NK data, you can simply click on add and it will be added, and you can visualize the preview of this sections. and this is a script. So script will not also automatically be generated with the software. So this is a script. Either you can write the script here, or you can put in the user interface. So here you can see the many number of wavelengths and this NK data is added. So either you can put in the user interface or you can write the script. So script writing is optional. Now this is how you can create the optical refractive NK data. But suppose you would like to import from the database, you can click on import button. So this is import function, and this is a database of optical materials. So for ITO, I would like to import. This is complete database. So based which material you are working on, that you can take from this database. Now this is database which I would like to show you. Now I would like to open the ITO NK reflection data. So I click on this ITO.NK. Now next one is called whole transport layers, that I have called TATM. This is my whole transport molecule, and I will click on simply on import, and that I can find the material from my database. So this is my database that is already installed, and I can go to this whole transport layer material. So I selected this whole transport NK refractive index data, and it is showing the real imaginary part here. Now after this is a perovskite layer. Similarly for perovskite, I will click on file and click on import. Now in this material file, this is a material directory which is under C drive. My material directory is there. From there I am taking this data, and this is a perovskite. So there are many combinations of perovskite materials are present inside our library. With the NK data and photoluminescence and electrical materials data is there. Suppose I would like to take this data CH3NH3PBl3. So I selected this and imported. Similarly for C60, I click on file. It is as a contact. So I can import the C60 refractive index data from my database. But suppose if you have found some new material property, then you can edit this data as well. By clicking on this edit button, you can click on edit, and either you can edit in the graphical script form, or you can change in the scripting. So this is a script. First column is wavelength, second one is N, and third one is K. So you can change either in the script or you can change in the graphical. So both possibilities are there. And if you would like to export, suppose you have revised the parameter, then you can click on export, and you can export your data for future use. Now next you can click on AG, that is silver outer layers, that is the outcoupling layer. Now you can click on import and click on silver.nk file. I click on imported here. Now all material refractive index data is taken. Now we will set this materials as a electrical materials, as a electrode layers, or as a semiconducting layers. So we would like to add the modules. So as in the presentation I told you, the absorption module is there, where you can define the sun spectrums. So if you want to calculate the optical property, then you can activate this absorption module. And second one is drift diffusion module. Two modules are required for solar cell. And for LED devices, suppose you want to simulate the LED, then this emission module is required. Now activated two modules. Now I would like to define this whole transport layer as an electrode type. So I will checkbox this electrode. Similarly for C60, I would like to define as an electrode. And this perovskite layer I would like to use as a semiconducting. So that's why you can see here, this is the top electrode, C60 as a bottom electrode, and this is a perovskite semiconducting layers. Now we will define the electrode parameters and semiconducting material parameters as well. If you would like to change the units and its thickness, now this is the thickness. Suppose I want to change my thickness. Here I am defining 100 nanometers. In the second column is my substrate. So I would like to define my substrate 0.5 millimeter. So I click on simply unit and click on millimeter. Thirdly, I would like to change this from 100 to 100, 120 nanometers. Third one is called 50 nanometers. And next one is called my active perovskite semiconducting layer, that is 500 nanometers. And 360, suppose I take 50 nanometers. And this is my 100 nanometers. So this is the thickness. In the right of the screen, you can find the layer structure, layer name, thickness, and energy levels between the semiconducting and electrode materials. Right of the screen, you can visualize it. Now I would like to set the electrode parameters. So for the time being, I would like to disable my layer structures by clicking on this right side button. So I would like to disable initially so that I can define the work functions. So here I would like to define the work function for my whole transport layer, that is called 5.2 something. And similarly for C60 ground electrode, I would like to define as a 4.1. Now this is my work function that I have specified. Now my perovskite layer is semiconducting type. So I would like to define the semiconducting parameter. In that case, this is semiconducting tab because my perovskite layer is using as a semiconducting. There is no other layer is using as a semiconducting. That's why no semiconducting tab is there. Only perovskite layer we would like to use as a semiconducting. That's why this is activated. Now here we need to define the energy levels. That is called a HUMO-LUMO value. So suppose my HUMO value is equal to 5.4. So I can tune that, I can change this parameter, and LUMO value is suppose 3.9. So I have defined this value in the respective columns. This is N naught, density of states, and this is dielectric constant where I can edit it and I can define my own. That is 24 is the dielectric constant. If you would like to dope the layers, perovskite layers, you can activate this checkbox by clicking on acceptor doping. If the value of this doping is constant, then you can define the value constant here, concentration in per meter cube or per centimeter cube. And if it is dependent on some other parameter, then simply you can define in one text file or dat file, and you can doping dependent, doping, density dependent doping, then you can import simply that respective files. So if it is a constant or it is dependent on particular parameter, then simply you can import it. Similarly for acceptor doping and donor doping. Now next one is called optical generation efficiency and Langmuir recombination efficiency, that you can set the parameters. And this is a mobility model. State of art mobility model is implemented. So constant mobility model, Coulomb-Frankel mobility model, field dependent, time dependent, temperature dependent mobility models, extended Gaussians. So if you would like to select constant, then only electron and hole mobility need to be defined. If it is dependent on field, then you can define the gamma, E naught, or some temperature, then you can define the tau. All the things for electron and holes need to be specified. And similarly for extended Gaussian disordered, correlated disordered, and constant mobility models. So I can define the mobility models, mobility of my electron and holes. Suppose mobility of my electron is equal to 0.01, that is centimeter square per volt second. And here also I can define 1 centimeter square per volt second. Now this is for acetone. For LED devices, we will show it for Excitone master 3D equations for LED devices, where you can define the radiative, non-radiative generation, quantum efficiency, energy transfer rate, where you can set the from low energy to high energy TADF process, or excitone quenching. Then these are various parameters for excitone generation, quenching, pair of diffusions. In that case, these various parameters are there that you can add and do the saturation type or annihilation, singlet, triplet interactions for excitone generations. So you can enable and disable for that if you want to add the excitones. Next one is trap density. So if you want to enable the trapping, then you can activate this checkbox, enable trapping, enable SRH, enable trap recombinations. Either it is single energy level traps or Gaussian density of state traps, exponential traps. So that traps level you can define, and you can define the trap parameters. This is a trap model parameter: trap density, trap energy depth, electron capture rate, hole capture rate, electron and hole mobility parameters, and trap recombinations parameter you can set. So traps can also be defined for any devices. These all are different options. For perovskite layers, you can enable this mobile anions and mobile anion and cations and define the mobility parameters. So for anions, you can set this anion mobility and cation mobilities. And this is a static type. So this is both. You can set either it is a constant type or it is a static type, field dependent type, field and temperature dependent type. What kind of mobility anion and cations are there that you can define along with its density and maximum density that you can also specify with that. Now this semiconducting layers is prepared. So semiconducting layers, top electrode, bottom electrode, and this is the non-absorbing layers and air glass. Similarly, you can add any number of layers and delete the layers, change the lower positions, copy and paste the layers to make a duplicate layers if you would like to use the layer twice. So you can save a lot of your times while making the solar cell modeling. Now there are some other option is there. If you want to work on LED devices, then this 3D master equations generation model. Now this is prepared. You can see the layer structure and energy levels. Now I would like to set the absorption spectrum. This is absorption spectrum where I can define the general spectrum, that is called air mass 0, air mass 1.5, global spectrum or direct spectrum. You can import the file that contains the wavelength and intensity. So this is different spectrum file. .sp stands for spectrum file that is already present in our material database. So suppose you want to use a sun spectrum of air mass 1.5 with some tilt, global tilt or direct spectrum. So respectively you can open that spectrum and then you can also visualize the spectrum wavelength with respect to the intensity. So red one is showing in the x-axis it is a wavelength and this x-axis is wavelength and vertical axis is intensity. So it is taken with NREL reference papers. So this reference is also given from where this spectrum is taken. So on the comment section on the top of the screen you can find the spectrum reference paper. Now here we have defined the range. In that particular range you would like to work. So from 380 to 780 nanometer only you would like to work. The spectrum range was 250 to 4000. But here I would like to work only from 380 to 780 nanometer. So this green region is showing that I would like to work in this region only, not all red regions. Only this region I would like to put the spectrum. So that's why this absorption module under light conditions you can put the spectrums and you can study it. Next is drift diffusion module. So in the drift diffusion, you can apply the Vicing. Suppose you want to apply the 0.5 DC volt at top electrode. If you will activate it, it will apply on the bottom electrode. By default, it will take at top electrode with 290 Kelvin temperature. You can enable the trappings by selecting this and enable the SRH traps. So which things you would like to do, that you can enable it and click on doping. And now there is electrical circuits parameter. If you want to attach the electrical circuits, then you need to check the respective checkbox and define the value in ohm or area in kilo ohm, mega ohm, giga ohm. This value you can define. Similarly for resistance, capacitance, device voltage, residuums. So these are the different parameters for circuit analysis. So that circuit you can attach to the device. Along with that, initial charge density, potential distributions. Now steady states, if you want to define the residuum, current continuity, relative changes, some maximum iteration, minimum iteration, damping factors, all these things for the iterations calculations parameter to remove the convergence problems, then the steady state parameter can also be shared. Now I would like to define the swapping also. So I activated this swapping function. You can swap the multiple parameters or single parameter. Suppose you want to swap the wavelength, latitude, longitude, elevations, azimuth, date, time, effective refractive index, energy, voltage, pulse time, or even thickness of perovskite layers or active layers parameter. This doping you would like to tune, the HOMO-LUMO dielectric constant. Simply you can select that parameter from the thread and work function as well. So this is for tuning. Suppose I would like to tune the voltage. So I selected the voltage. Either you can tune it linearly. Linearly in the sense you can define one range. Suppose from -2 to +2 you would like to perform the swapping with every point 2 steps from -0.2, -1.8, -1.6, -1.4, -1.2, 1, 0.8, 0.2. So that's why every 2 steps, similar kind of thing, linearly or in the form of list. Or in the form of list where you can define particular points. So suppose you would like to define the point 0.4. Suppose from -0.4, -0.2, at particular steps you would like to print your data. You would like to run the calculations and want to print your data at that particular points. So that's why you can define the each step points. Now here I am defining many of the points numbers. So on each steps the data will be printed. Suppose this is the range which I have defined here. Now if there is some problem, then it will give you the notification about invalid swap parameters. Nowadays status is showing OK. Now you can go to the output setting and generate the HTML report. If you would like to plot the contour plot, then you can enable it, and you can also check the contour plot. Now I can give the name of this project, that is called perovskite. solar cell. So I have given this name of my project. We would like to check the script. This is the script behind that. So I will click in there, and now I would like to run the calculations. So if you want to swap the multiple parameters like with the thickness variation, with the wavelength variation, any parameter you can swap. Now I would like to run the calculations. Now calculation got started. You can see the software is very fast in running the calculations since it is in one dimensional. So software is running now and it is 100% finished. Calculation is 100% finished. You can click on result window. Then click on display key figures. Now this is display key figures where VOC is plotted. Electrical key figures are there. VOC equal to 0.06. Since I have taken the random value, but this is a process where how much time is taken. Maximum 15-20 minutes will require to make any device. It is not very difficult to learn or writing the script. Such things is not there. And this is a GSC, fill factor, maximum power density, maximum power conversion efficiency. All outputs are there. And in the graphical form, you can plot in the current. Click on the current, and this is a IB, current versus voltage graph, that is plotted with respect to that. From minus 0.4 to plus 0.9, how the results will be changed. Similarly, the power conversion efficiency. This is power conversion efficiency and power density analysis. This is power density graph. So you can see that electrical integrated outputs, and similarly other electrical profiles. Suppose you want to plot the anion density. So you can click on that, and these are various graphs of anion density from minus 0.4 to plus 0.9. I have given many options, like I have given minus 0.4, minus 0.2, minus 0.1, 0, 0.1. That's why these are various options. And now you can click on it and you can play this button so that you can at every steps point your data will be printed. Your data can be visualized on different Vicing steps. Like this is showing at 0.04 volt, and you can define the all the steps. Now band diagram, you can click on the right of the screen and band diagrams. Now this is showing at active layer band diagram, where top one is called LUMO and bottom blue one is called HOMO, and in middle one pink one is called energy reference with p-type Fermi level, and this blue one is called, this pink one is called with p-type Fermi reference level, and this is with the n-type Fermi reference level, green one, at minus 0.4. And if the bias voltage is changing from minus to plus, then how the band gap is changing, you can see the play button is activated. That's why from minus 0.4 to plus 0.9, how the band gap is changing in active perovskite layer. So middle one is active layer and side one is called the electrode layers. So many other property you can plot, either it is a charge density analysis, electrical field analysis, electron density analysis, and hole density analysis, or potential analysis, recombination analysis. These are different key graphs that you can zoom in, zoom out, and you can plot like that. And similarly all these outputs are there, either you can check in the multi-curve or you can check in the checkboard form. This is in the checkboard. So I will click on this checkboard button, and you can also check in the checkboard. And this is electrical current analysis with different voltage Vicing. So as you can see, the Vicing is once applying. Now how the graph is changing from, so Now similarly for absorptance, reflectance, transmittance spectra. Now if you want to check in this HTML report, you can click on this bold open HTML report, and this is all our input and output graph. Now whatever the input we have given, that is in HTML report. So click on set force input. So our layer structure input, whatever the thickness we have given, and variable parameter swapping from minus 0.94 to 0.9, the swapping we have performed. And this is a set force output. Once I click on set force output, then you can also visualize the output related to set force. These are the all electrical key figures values, and this is the graphical forms. This is all text data that is exported. So either you can check the plot or in the file or in the different format like that. These all are key graph. With the contour lines, you can check the electrical field as well. So and density and many more outputs are there. Once you will drop down this cursor, then you can understand. And many of the checkbox may not be there because we need to activate some physical models for that. So this is all about demonstration. Now let me show you some other example for other devices. So in the left of the screen you can find the example directly. Suppose you want to work on tandem devices, then this is tandem solar cell. In this tandem IV, you can find many electrical layers are there. This is P dot, polymer, ZNO, and interface is also there in between ZNO and P dots, where the hopping is enabled, electrical field barrier lowering. And if you want to activate the trap assisted recombinations, then you can enable it and define the parameter for trap analysis. Now this is a P dot. So there are 4 semiconducting layers, and these are 2 electrodes, aluminum and P dots. So many number of layers you can visualize on the right of the screen, and this is energy levels. And absorption, where the sun spectrum is defined with depth diffusion models are there without biasing. Swapping voltage from 0 to plus 0.1, the voltage is swapping. We can enable this HTML and contour plot, and let it run the calculations for tandem IV. Actually there is some limitations of number of layers in my trial versions, but I can show you some other output. Let us take some other solar cell device. This is solar cell with EQE. Let us take this one. This is solar cell with EQE, where P dot, P3ST, PCBM and aluminum. These are different layers. Now we will plot the quantum efficiency. So here the depth diffusion model without biasing and swapping. We are swapping the wavelength from 300 to 800 nanometer with 2 step size, 2 nanometer step size. So let me activate and run the calculations for quantum efficiency analysis. I will also demonstrate you the LED devices after this. Now this is current with respect to the wavelength. This is current with respect to the wavelength analysis. For anode current, this is red. Red one is called a mean current, and there is a blue one is there, that is called anode current, cathode current and recombination current. Now if you want to plot the optical profile like absorptions, This is for absorption analysis from 300 nanometer to 800 nanometer wavelength. So once the wavelength will be changed, like I activated this play button, on the bottom of the page you can find and for quantum efficiency analysis, this is quantum efficiency, external quantum efficiency for this output. And similarly the photocurrent and quantum efficiency both are there. And stack contributions, this is stack contribution. So optical integrated analysis and external quantum efficiency analysis. And I can click on this HTML and it will go view the output for your device. Now this is current analysis with different conditions, and these are some different contour lines with P current recombinations, where the will be the maximum recombinations that you can also check. So all electrical, optical and emissive property analysis you can plot using this set first. Now for the LED devices, suppose you want to plot the LED and energy yield calculations with the date and time if you want to swap. This is energy yield calculations. So you can see the photocurrent analysis with particular time dependent energy yield calculation. So 20th June, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 4th June, because in the input we have given the time limit. Illumination spectrum is set with the time. So here you can see that 14th June we have set this time limit, latitude, longitude, elevations, time zone that we have activated. That's why the swapping is the time with particular every interval. So after every interval, how the output will be changed on which different date and time. So this is ISC, photocurrent ISC analysis for glass layer. Similarly, this pink one is for P3HT PCBM, and this one is second one is basically for aluminum, and this green one that is called for P.PSS ISC. You can zoom in, zoom out. And similarly for other spectra, calculated incident spectra. This is calculated incident spectra in the green layers, and energy yield calculation cumulatives with generated photons. This is generated photons analysis, incident photons, solar angle analysis, and similarly for absorptance, layer specific absorptance. And your data can be exported as well. Like if you want to export your data for future use, you can right click and save the image either in PNG, JPG, PDF, any format you can save your data. And also if you want to save your data in text format, DAT format, then you can save your data in any Excel DAT text by simply giving the name. So the data will be exported. Energy yield calculations, that is also plotted. Now many more functionals are there with not only this. Like this is about the multiple p-type amorphous silicon, intrinsic n-type amorphous silicons. So I can run the job for silicon solar cells. And this is IV, current versus voltage calculations, power conversion efficiency similarly, and other analysis for different layers. Like if there is a multiple semiconducting layer in between the electrode type, so in which layer either it is a p type or intrinsic type or n type with different color scheme, it is showing the different colors. So you can understand that which layer is having how much band gap and with particular biasing voltage, because it is at 0 voltage and now the biasing is changing from 0 to, it is changing. You can see the play button is activated. So biasing is changing, then how the band gap is changing. It is playing with the respect to the biasing from 0 to 0.95 volt. Now many other outputs are there: electrical field, electron mobilities, electron densities, and you can see here. And similarly layer refractance, absorptance, absorption spectra for S polarized, P polarized, non-polarized kind of things. Now for LED devices, if somebody want to work on LED, then let's take one OLED example. This is for OLED. Let me take for OLED devices. This is for full OLED where emissive layer is also need to be activated. So ITO layer, hole transport, emissive layers, electron transport and aluminum. Okay. And this is emission module is activated. In the emission module, if you want to do the spectral analysis, dissipations, power analysis and mode analysis, then this you can also activate this emission analysis, and you can swap the wavelength, energy, and define the lifetime energy carrier path, quenching, emission parameters, emission angle you can swap, and you can generate the HTML output report. Now in the emission analysis, this is emission setting where the emitter is there. Now once you can see this is emitter, emission layer we are using here. This layer as a semiconducting with as a emitter type. This is as a emitter type. That's why this emitter tab is activated. Now you can see here this is single emitter layer. If you want to define the multiple emitter layer, then it is also possible where multiple emitter layers can be defined. Either it is a white luminance or it is a different type of luminance. You can see this luminance as well. This is the luminance probability with respect to the wavelength. From where this data is taken, BALQ3 published paper that is shown there. So all data whatever present inside the software, that is with published papers and some major data from experimental. So that's why wavelength with respect to the polarity probability graph is there, and this is the graph. Now different distributions are there for the emitter settings, emitter layer: delta distributions, exponential distributions, Gaussians, excitone coupled, absorption coupled recombinations, master equations models, and different dipole orientations: isotropic, parallel, perpendicular type, and emission settings parameters. You can also enable this lifetime, quantum efficiency, all these parameters you can enable it. Let me simulate it, then we'll show you some other functionality. 1 minute. Actually I have done the violations of OLED, so I can simulate this one. This is many number of layers are there in this full OLED simulation. So now it is running. You can see there are many number of layers are there, along with the drift diffusions, trapping activated, excitone and activated, mobile freezing ions, and you can see there are three emitter layers are there. This is emitter layers, this is emitter layers, and this is emitter layers, and this is semiconducting layers. This one is semiconducting layers. This one is also semiconducting layers. So around 6 to 7 semiconducting layers are there. No some limitation of semiconducting layers. So let it run, and the calculation is finished. You can see the display key figures output. Excitone reads analysis. Reflected, emitted, visualized color will be there. Some emission analysis. Normalized emission, white emissions, S polarized, P polarized. So this is without polarized, red one is without polarized, and this blue one is S polarized, and there is one this one is behind that screen, behind that overlapping with this S polarized and P polarized are overlapping. That's why different spectrum is there. Now some other spectral analysis: absorptance, reflectance, transmittance, and optical radiative dipole density analysis, radiative rate profile analysis, radiative rate profile, radiative dipole densities, and CIE color diagram. So this is at blue regions, this is at green regions wavelength, and this is at red regions. And this is a visualized color for reflected, emitted, and intrinsic. If you want to simulate the TADF, full TADF analysis, then this is a LED with TADF structure, where alpha, NPD, empty data, VL, Q3, TPBI. So in that TADF process are defined in this excitone regions. So here this is TADF, this one. This is TADF from low energy to high energy equation states. So full TADF OLED simulations, let me run it. So I will finish this webinar within 5-10 minutes, then you can ask your queries as well. Now it is got simulated. You can plot the current with respect to the temperature. So this is a temperature. Once the varying the temperature, because we are varying here the swapping the temperature value from 160 to 340 degree, 340 Kelvin temperature. So how the temperature will be effect on the current? So with respect to the variation of temperature, the current analysis. Similarly, other current balance analysis, excitone rates analysis for different excitones. This is excitone rates for generations, radiation, non-radiation decay, internal quantum efficiency, power density analysis, and Venn diagrams, excitone density analysis. So which layer will get the excitone density analysis, like that. Excitone transfer rate, hole density analysis. 2 hours is not enough to explain full functionality of the software, but I can share you some videos, tutorials also, so that you can watch and understand how the software can be beneficial and it can save your time. These are some emission property: blue index, CIE color diagrams, CIE in XY directions, luminous efficiency, even radiance and other optical analysis like current efficiency. You want to plot luminance with respect to the temperature, peak emission intensity analysis, radiance with the S polarized and P polarized conditions, and other device efficiency, EQE, Lambertian, generated photon analysis. Many more output are there. It is very broad software, but I can assure you it can be very beneficial to save your time before doing the
Okay, sir. I have a very
experimental.
basic question.
So you can see here,
Suppose I'm working on an entire new system.
and normalized
Okay.
emission, white emissions,
and I
as
just want to find out whether my
polarized.
system is
So
suitable
this is
for
all about
solar
presentation
cells
and
or LED,
demonstrations.
and if
And
it is
certain more
suitable for that,
examples are there.
what will be
You
the
can see
EQE,
here.
what will be the
There are many more examples.
current
So
output,
I
and all
request
the
to the
characteristics that we
participant,
do.
there is
So is
20
it
minutes
possible to
time.
do by this
So
software?
you can
Like I
ask
am
your
trying to
queries
understand it, but
and
entirely new
this for
system.
that I
Like
can answer what functions, what features you are looking for, and it is present
solar
in the
cell, yeah.
software or
I
not.
mean, a system in the sense the perovskite material I'm talking about.
Yes. Mhm. System in the sense solar cell or what?
So, what are the prerequisite things that we must note in order to know
Okay.
the
So
basic things?
definitely it is
I
very
mean,
strong,
what should be
specifically
known
for
to us?
perovskite,
Like,
it is
suppose
very
I'm
strong software. And you can tune various parameters. Suppose you have no idea about wavelength or thickness or voltage or doping
okay,
or mobility, then single you can define the range.
okay,
Software
the
will do the calculation
okay,
from starting range to finishing range. And you can find that which range, which point you are getting the highest efficiency, then you can use that for your reference.
yes,
You should have the optical
okay.
refractive index data. Suppose you want to build the solar cell.
And
For building the
so
solar cell, you
what
should
if
have
my
the
system is
optical
two
data,
dimensional? Like I'm
real and
working on two
imaginary
dimensional
part, refractive
solar
index
cells, yeah.
data. First of all, secondly, you should know
Okay.
the optical data. Optical data in the sense like you should have the idea about doping,
Yeah, yeah.
some
You
band
showed it.
gap,
You showed it.
dielectric
I just
constant.
I was just
As much
confirming. So
as the input
can it be like
information
all the
you
features
have,
can be
that you
implemented to the
can put.
2D the
And
same
if
way?
suppose information, some unknown information you do not have, then you can define one particular
Okay.
range. You can optimize different range and you can get the expected value. So this software is basically
Okay.
for one dimensional. So initially you should
Hi, sir.
start to work on the one dimensional. Then there is one more software called
Sir,
LAOS
I want to
for
know, sir,
large area devices.
how many papers have been published using this software, particularly in the organic solar cell, sir? Yes, sir.
Yes, this result from this one dimensional can be imported in this two dimensional software. That is also possible. So the losses, whatever the losses is happening, either electrical shunt losses or electrode losses, heat generation losses, that can be overcome by large area simulation software. Any more queries?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
How many papers? There are a lot of papers are there. If you would like to check the papers, you can visit either googlescholar.com and type SATFOS. First thing is that. Second thing, you can visit fluxim.com and go to the publication link. Like this is a fluxim.com. Can you see that? Hello, can you see my? Okay, fine. So this is fluxim.com. You can go to the research. You can see the publication, blogs, scientific videos, scientific project. You can go to these publications, and if you want to see on the perovskite, you can. These are all publications. Okay. But if you want to see specific related to perovskite or solar cell, you can simply click on this perovskite, and you can find all publications. There may be some experimental and simulation. It is a joint paper because some of them papers are only simulation, some of them are only experimental, some of them are joint between simulation and experimental. Because our company, this principal also provide the
Okay, sir.
equipment as well for solar characterizations. Suppose this is a paper, this is a published by only
And
simulation,
yeah.
comparative
And
study
for the
of
same material,
inverted
like my
perovskite
material
solar cell
shows some
with
fluorescent
different
property or some
whole
property,
transport materials
and I'm
by
not very sure
simulation
that whether it
software.
be used
And
in
even in good
LED or not.
journals
It
also,
can also be
there are
fine by this.
many published paper. Like this is a
Okay.
analysis optimizations of perovskite tandem, which is published in IEEE only solar cell. So you can visit this website and find so many papers are there. Hmm. Yes, definitely, it can also be found.